In the heart of a small, picturesque town named Havenbrook, there lived a man named Ethan. He was unlike anyone his neighbors had ever known. In a place where everyone greeted each other with warm smiles and hearty waves, Ethan was different. He was an introvert. Ethan's reclusive nature wasn't due to arrogance or pride, it was simply his way of preserving the solitude he needed to recharge. He often wandered the woods that surrounded his cottage, finding solace in the rustling leaves and chirping birds. He cherished his quiet life, but his fellow townspeople didn't quite understand him. The misconception about Ethan began one sunny afternoon when he decided to venture into town to run errands. As he strolled through the bustling streets, he couldn't help but notice the curious glances and hushed whispers that followed him. Ethan had a perpetual furrowed brow and a thoughtful look that came naturally to him but was often misunderstood as a sign of aloofness. As he entered the town's quaint general store, Mrs. Jenkins, the ever-cheerful store owner, couldn't help but frown when she saw him. She whispered to her friend, Martha, that Ethan is such a snob. Always so serious, never talks to anyone. It's like he's too good for us. Martha nodded in agreement, her eyes following Ethan as he moved through the aisles, picking up his supplies. And he never comes to the town gatherings. Such arrogance. Little did they know, Ethan wanted to attend the gatherings, but the thought of making small talk with a crowd drained his energy just thinking about it. He had tried a few times before, only to find himself feeling exhausted and out of place. The misunderstandings continued to grow over the weeks. A young girl named Lily tried to befriend Ethan, but he politely declined, citing that he needed some alone time. Lily, however, couldn't comprehend his need for solitude. She thought he was rejecting her, and so the rumor mill churned. Stories of Ethan's supposed rudeness spread like wildfire. The townsfolk painted him as an insufferable recluse with an oversized ego. Some even believed he was hiding a dark secret. In reality, Ethan was a gentle soul who spent his evenings reading books, playing the violin, and reflecting on the beauty of the natural world. He just needed space to be himself. One day, a group of children playing by the stream spotted Ethan on one of his forest walks. They saw him sitting by the river, gazing into the distance. The children, never having the chance to interact with him, concocted a daring plan. They would sneak up and push him into the water as a prank. Their giggles and whispered plans echoed through the trees. As they inched closer, their excitement grew. But before they could reach him, Ethan turned around and saw them. The kids froze in their tracks, unsure of what to do. Ethan, however, simply smiled at them, his eyes twinkling. "Hello, young ones," he said softly. "Are you enjoying the beauty of the stream too?" The children, amazed by his gentle demeanor, slowly approached him. They began chatting with Ethan, asking about the animals and plants he had seen on his walks. In that moment, the town's misconception about him began to unravel. Word of Ethan's kindness spread as quickly as the rumors of his aloofness had. The townspeople soon realized that they had misunderstood the introverted man for so long. They discovered that Ethan was a reservoir of wisdom, sharing his love for nature and knowledge with anyone who was willing to listen. Over time, Ethan became a beloved figure in Havenbrook. He didn't change who he was, but he did make an effort to engage with the community in his own way. He began offering nature walks and stargazing sessions, where his fellow townspeople could learn about the world he held so dear. The once misunderstood introvert was now cherished for his quiet wisdom, and the townspeople learned a valuable lesson. Introverts may seem aloof, but often they're just waiting for the right moment to open up and share the richness of their inner worlds. Ethan, the man who had been so gravely misunderstood, had taught them that valuable truth about the quieter souls among them. Like and subscribe the channel.